5 p.m. Thursday in Hong Kong is the deadline.
Yeah, that's right. So really, market is waiting to see just how much support Evergrande is able to gather so far for the offshore debt restructuring plan, which covers over 19 billion of offshore debt, and that the market had to wait for more than a year to finally get to see. So, like you said, the deadline is 5 p.m. Thursday, Hong Kong time. Before this time, creditors can get compensated for showing their support for the plan, and how they do this is to accede to what is called a restructuring support agreement before what is called a consent fee deadline. Now, this doesn't mean that creditors cannot show their support after this deadline, but you would imagine if they want to show their support, then why not also get some money out of it, right? So how much Evergrande can get the support by that time is really going to be an early indication of the level of support maybe we'll finally be able to get. And then the amount that eventually it will need to get across the line will be 75% of creditors in value.
Yes, so 75% being the threshold. But what are the chances of actually crossing that? Because there are some creditors that are getting together asking for a bit more time.
Yeah, precisely. So right now we know that Evergrande already got some major support from a key group of big investors, and that marks 20% of its own debt, about 30% of its units debt, but that is still quite far from 75%. And as you were pointing out, some creditors were trying to gather together. There's an offshore law firm trying to organize some creditors to ask for a longer period of time for this consideration. But some of its peers, for example, that we know actually were able to get this across the line. So Sunak, for example, has got 75% before his consent fee deadline, and Fantasia, which got about 72%. And the thing is also the company will be able to extend this deadline if it wants to. But I think market is really keen to know how much Evergrande can get right now at this moment, because some of its dollar bonds have also been steadily declining ever since the restructuring plan came out in March.